principal staff officers from Army Headquarters, co-commanders, they are present, the Theater Commander Operation Lafia Dole and the Commander Operation Last Holt, the representative of the Maritime Component Commander, General Officers Commanding, they are present, Brigade Commanders, and of course, understand there are representatives of the police and the security agencies, they are present. Very senior officers, staff officers of the Theater Command and the 7th Division Nigerian Army, and indeed of the Operation Last Hold, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I am most delighted to welcome you all, members of the 4th Estate of the Realm, to this press briefing, which is the first major event in the series of activities lined up to mark this year's Nigerian Army Day celebration 2018. This press briefing is in line with the Nigerian Army's resolve to carry every Nigerian along in our activities. I am therefore here today to brief you on the activities scheduled for the week-long event to commemorate this year's Nigerian Army Day celebration. Let me begin by reminding us on the reason for this celebration, as well as give us a brief history of the Nigerian Army Day celebration. This unfortunate 30 months long Nigerian Civil War was announced by a shot that was fired on the 6th of July 1967 at Garkem, which is in present-day Cross River State. The Nigerian Civil War was fought to keep Nigeria one, and a lot of soldiers paid the supreme price in that process. The Nigerian Army Day celebration is therefore a constant reminder of sacrifices paid by troops, most of whom, as I said, laid down their lives to ensure we remain united as a nation, and indeed they equally laid down their lives in the pursuance of world peace and stability through the United Nations operations and other multinational operations. This celebration is also designed to array Nigerian Army personnel and equipment, as well as showcase the combat capability of the Nigerian Army. Furthermore, the celebration affords us the opportunity to celebrate our evolution, achievements, and also to showcase our transformational strides in the area of innovation, research and development, civil-military relations, and technological advances. This is in addition to projecting the Nigerian Army as an instrument of national unity, integration, and development. This year's Nigerian Army Day will be marking 155 years of its existence, dating back to its inception in 1863. We are aware of the many security challenges that have bedeviled this country in the last decade or so. However, I am pleased to state that the Nigerian Army has made giant strides in this regard, particularly in the last 1 year. Our security architecture as a country is one with a very positive outlook. We have not only consolidated on the gains established in the fight against insurgency in the Northeast, but have progressed to the post-stabilization phase where all efforts are geared toward ensuring displaced persons return to their ancestral homes, which are now relatively safe. In this regard, I directed that an operation codenamed Operation Last Hold be conducted in the fringes of the Lake Chad waters and northern Borno. This operation is a humanitarian one in which we seek to return the internally displaced persons and also provide the much needed security and guarantee for them to return to their economic activities of farming, fishing, and trading. With the degradation of the insurgents, it is time to encourage our people to return to their ancestral homes. This year's Army Day celebration is quite unique, as you will see the innovative research and development and technology and the technological side of Nigerian Army. We have carefully packaged some activities along this line, which you will witness in the course of the celebration. That is why the theme for this year's celebration is the Nigerian Army and National Security, Panaceas for Nigeria's Economic Development. We as an army are determined more than ever before to contribute our quota to national development. This theme is also in line with my vision to have a professionally responsive Nigerian army in the discharge of its constitutional roles. Like I stated in the beginning, this press briefing kickstarts the series of activities for this year's celebration. Later today, Jumat prayers will be held at the Central Mosque in Memalari Cantonment, here in Maiduguri, and across Nigerian Army formations across the country. Likewise, there will be an interdenominational church service at the All Saints Military Church, here in Memalari Cantonment, as well as across all formations in the country on 1st of July this year, as part of events for the Nigerian Army Day celebration. Other activities lined up for the week-long celebration include the following: sanitation exercise, medical outreach to be undertaken at selected locations across Borno State and other parts of the country by all Nigerian Army formations and units between 2nd of July to 6th of July. Local and international military equipment manufacturers exhibition, which will take place in Monguno. Equally, a trade fair will take place in Monguno. We are going to also have static display of Nigerian Army's equipment capabilities. Airborne paratroopers demonstration will also be conducted in Monguno, as well as firepower demonstration, among others. The grand finale of the celebration will take place on Saturday, 7th of July at Monguno. High-ranking dignitaries from within Nigeria are expected to attend. Gentlemen of the press, the Nigerian Army is continuously making sacrifices towards ensuring the unity and development of this great nation. We therefore use this occasion of this celebration to solicit for the cooperation, prayers, and goodwill of all. Let us join hands to collectively build and take this nation forward. I therefore urge us all to desist from acts that are capable of truncating the peace. We must be tolerant of one another and learn to give peace a chance. Let us also remember that no nation can develop or be economically vibrant without peace. I therefore want to use this medium to solicit with us all to be our brothers' keepers. We assure all Nigerians that the Nigerian Army is for you and will continue to work for the common good of the country while professionally carrying out its constitutional responsibilities. On this note, let me express my sincere gratitude to the media for their wonderful support to the Nigerian Army at all times. I urge you all to give this year's celebration the widest coverage and publicity it deserves. Finally, I thank you for your continued support as well in our efforts in the pursuit of peace, security, and progress of our dear nation. Thank you for your attention. God bless.
Please let's put our hands together for the very, very crucial
we intended to hold it here in order to consolidate on the fight against the Boko Haram insurgents group, to consolidate our successes. And you all agree with me that the situation that was prevailing in this country 2014, 15, and 16, were areas or were situations that was so complex and so dear in terms of the challenges that the country had. So bringing the celebration here is to further consolidate on the successes we have achieved. We want to show that, yes, the Nigerian Army has lived up to its role, has lived up to its billings. It has also walked the talk as it was mentioned from the beginning. And many people across the country still, many people still believe that the Boko Haram terrorists have not been degraded to the point that people move around normally to do their own businesses. So it's a further consolidation, and as I said also during my remarks, it's a destabilization phase of the operation. We want to stabilize. That's why you are seeing the people are returning back to their homes, to their ancestral homes. You were there, I believe, in Monguno. You were there also in Gudumbali, where the farm clearing and house clearing exercises were conducted. And this has extended to other places, other major towns in northern Borno. And this is a major achievement, which we want to say that it has really opened up the northern Borno for people to go back and pick their bits and pieces for them to continue their normal lives. And it is in one of to facilitate the return of the internally displaced persons to their homes at the end of the hostilities. Though we still have some challenges here and there, but those challenges will not prevent people from going back to their homes to reestablish, while we still remain to provide the needed security. I want to also mention here that it's not all the time that we celebrate in Abuja. We've been rotating as situation demand. The Army, they celebrate, yes. So we're sending a lesson across, and also we believe that by the time we finish this celebration to Borno, and by implication also the Northeast, this is also encouraging us and encouraging our troops to have more confidence, and also the people to have more confidence in the military. Related to that by Timothy, well, I know most of the challenges we are having, you could have even asked, why didn't we go to Benue? You could have even asked, why didn't we go to Taraba, to celebrate the Army Day celebration? because those areas, at least we know on hand, the challenges came even before that of Plateau State. And these celebrations are not just ad hoc arrangements, they are planned. They take time to plan. And you know, the Plateau incident just happened, at least the major one, just about a week ago. And it's not something that we can just easily switch. But by and large, I assure you, the Nigerian military is right on ground in Plateau. That very period when the incident was ongoing, special forces were dispatched to Plateau, and they were able to contain the situation, and even some arrests were made with the combined troops from defense headquarters with the existing Operation Safe Haven. They were able to contain the situation and even made arrests. So this is something that we are all concerned. It's unfortunate, all the killings are unfortunate, and we'll do everything possible to ensure that the situation does not go beyond what it is now, and we'll continue to monitor to ensure that everywhere is secured. This brings to mind that the challenges we are having, not only in Plateau, but in other areas in Zamfara, in Benue, in Taraba, and even Adamawa now, while we'll say some are internally induced, or they have some more or less internal conflicts, communal clashes, and so on, and some other factors which you all know. We are not also ruling out some external forces that are bent on destabilizing our country. But this, we are very much up to the task, and we are monitoring, and we will take appropriate steps at the right time. Therefore, we will call on every Nigerian to see that we do not fall into their hands to achieve their nefarious aims of destabilizing our country. This is very, very important. It should be at the back of our minds. Olubenga, I agree with you to the point that these are senseless killings, and definitely any sensible person will be worried, or any sensible organization will be worried. Those that came to join them to reinforce, were swift, and the situation has been contained. And more troops are being deployed to ensure that the place is stabilized in terms of our presence, to bring the needed stability. So we've already taken steps to ensure that these killings do not go further or do not continue. And we also request every other Nigerian, it's their own responsibility to ensure that they support the military, the security agencies, to get to the root of the matter. If certain institutions, certain factors are not put into consideration to ensure the necessary welfare, as well as the needed action to solve some of the inherent challenges within the various segments of the society, then it will have a very long-lasting effect on our own activities, and indeed in terms of the peace of the various areas. So we are taking appropriate steps. Our intelligence are working. Our various commanders are also working to ensure that the situation are contained, and then further escalation or further crises are stopped. Thank you. While we make more noise in respect of Northern Borno is because of its unique position in the counter-insurgency operation. But let me quickly make this correction to say that Operation Last Hold is not only restricted to Northern Borno, but there is much emphasis on Northern Borno. If you see the terrain of Northern Borno, I think it's the largest in terms of the landmass, it's the widest, and you have so many other community settlements along that area. And for a very long time, the people have not returned to those communities, and that is the place where we have the border with Niger Republic, and unfortunately, so many of the indigenes of Borno are across Niger Republic, and having consolidated in conjunction with the multinational joint task force and having seen the relative peace that has been achieved, we felt we should concentrate more on Northern Borno so that the people return to their homes to reestablish themselves again. And you know, most of central Borno and part of southern Borno, there are quite a large number of people that are in their homes, within their own communities. But the vast land, that's in northern Borno, the people were virtually outside their own homes. And that's where you have the concentration of internally displaced persons coming from. So it's good to stabilize the situation, to concentrate on northern Borno, and it was abandoned for quite some time. And if nothing is done, then at the end you see the implication is that will provide unwittingly a safe haven for the Boko Haram terrorists. That is not what should be allowed to happen. So I think that's the main reason why we focus on northern Borno, but by and large, all other areas in the northeast are also part of the Operation Last Hold. We've told you area, they're also returning, and a host of others. Concurrently also in the central Borno, people are returning to their homes. So we are just reinforcing the importance of the northern Borno because it's the one that has been most affected, and it's strategic to us to ensure that the people return to their homes. Well, Rabiu, from now, be rest assured our fallen heroes are well taken care of. That is, their families are well taken care of. We have a standing directive or standing policy which has always taken care of the education of the children and wards of our fallen heroes up to university level, those that are under the age of 18. We equally we're making some plans right now with the post-housing directorate as well as the Nigerian Army Welfare Holdings Limited in terms of housing for them. And there are other privileges that goes, to the families of our fallen heroes. These are regular and they are standard, and they've been taken care of. They still enjoy the medical facilities as well. So they are not forgotten, and we always remember them appropriately. Thank you for your attention. God bless.
Let's put our hands together for the